Hello, my name's Sarah. This is my first kind of, to camera vlog about what is going to be my L5-S1 microdiscectomy experience. A lot of people put their experiences onto video and put them on the internet, and I'm very appreciative of that. It was really helpful for me to understand what other people's pain was like, that recovery times can be really varied. Some of the, ghost symptoms they were speaking of. So I'm feeling, kind of prepared. Giving a bit of background now, I woke up on, I think, the 4th or 5th of August with a throbbing in my leg and quickly worked out I couldn't walk. I couldn't put pressure on my foot. It was incredibly painful. Like there was a piece of glass stuck in my big toe and then there's burning across the top of my foot. Bit of Googling and also trying to do some stretching, I quickly realized that that was sciatica or sciatic related. And from everything I found out that it was my L5 nerve that was possibly not just being irritated but compressed. Fast forward to getting an MRI, you can see quite clearly not just a herniation on my L5-S1, but a protrusion, and it's sort of sticking out and up into where that nerve would come out. I went and tried a steroid injection. That did absolutely nothing to help, sadly. However, what was important about that process was it's done via CT, which is a different type of process to what an MRI shows. What was interesting about that is it showed that that protrusion, that herniation, had calcified, which meant that when I was talking to my specialist, it was very obvious to both of us, well, that's not going to be healed by the body. It's not going to be reabsorbed because it would have been by now, and if it's calcified, it's been there a while. Why now? Why did this calcified protrusion that must have been there a while suddenly start causing me nerve problems? This happened whilst we were halfway through isolation for COVID. The suspicion is that my L5 nerve, all those nerves were maybe a bit, becoming inflamed. And then once it hit that protrusion, it got irritated and it just hasn't gone down. And it's just been this kind of catch-22, as it were. That's the guess. Who knows, really? Not being able to walk has been really hard, and I haven't really left the house in a few weeks now. It's like being in lockdown again because I just can't walk anywhere. I actually can't drive. I'm sitting on the ground because I can get my legs in such a position that it doesn't aggravate my foot to a certain extent, but I actually can't sit at a desk. I can't sit at the table for dinner or a meal because sitting the way I sit actually puts this pressure on that compression, and it just makes my foot flare up. The thing that has helped, but it's kind of a catch-22, is Lyrica or pregabalin. It's known that it can help with nerve issues like this, neural issues like this. However, for it to help, I have to take it at such a quantity that it's not just, numbing my nerve, but it's numbing my brain. I get incredibly dopey with it, but at nighttime when I was actually experiencing some of the worst pain, like trying to lie down and trying to relax and go to sleep, it's been very helpful to manage that. Feelings about surgery, absolute relief, but I'm also really scared it's not going to help. I guess my sensible brain, my reasonable brain is saying, this is what it is. It's clear on the MRI. It's clear on the CT scans. This is the problem. But it's just that fear that they're going to remove it and nothing will have changed, or the nerve will be so damaged that I'm going to have to deal with a longer recovery.